Welcome to Leanne's Voice Podcast for all of those who want to get into voiceover or just want to learn how to use their voice more effectively. Now, today, I've been looking at this article on exploringyourmind.com. It's all about what does your voice convey, and I really love talking about what does your voice say? What does it say about you? And sometimes you don't even say anything, it can say more than you. So I had this section in this blog about your tone of voice and the perception of your voice when you deliver it. And they did some study in the University of Barcelona about the tone and perception of your voice. And they found some really interesting things, right? So just be careful when you talk and who you talk to and how you say stuff, yeah? Because this article is quite deep. Now, they talk about deep, yeah? They talk about the deep tone of voice implies maturity. So if you're a man, that's why maybe if you've got a deep voice, your words or what you say is often taken as, or often embraced or trusted, because a deep tone of voice implies maturity and generates trust in other people. And also a deep tone of voice is often the ones you hear on adverts as well, for like Gillette and a car and stuff like that when you see on TV. And the article also goes on to say that if someone's tone of voice is extremely deep, it actually conveys like a darker feeling if it's extremely deep. Some guys have a deep voice and some guys got extremely deep voice. And then I love this part when they're talking about a firm, confident tone of voice makes you think the person talking is distinguished, they know what they're talking about, and they're important and they're truthful. So you got to think when you're delivering information, if you've got to do a talk at work, you've got to be in an interview, you've got to make sure your voice sounds firm, confident, that you know what you're talking about, that you're distinguished, you're not just blabbering on about stuff or you're just trying to cover your nerves. That stuff, you can't cover your nerves the faster you talk or the more you talk. It just exposes it more how you feel. And they say talking in a quiet tone doesn't work either. So don't just swing from a deep voice or a loud voice to a quiet one, because that makes people think that the person has major weaknesses or is awkward, socially awkward, has got other stuff that they're trying to work on. People have a really high tone of voice, they don't always convey much credibility. And that is kind of like a bit of a stereotype or an unfair stereotype. If it's a man with a high tone of voice, it's like seen as it affects their masculinity. I've seen this in another report. Not my views or thoughts, I just kind of saw that one and I thought, oh, okay. And you just got to think the voice is such a personal detail, because if you go to, I don't know if you bank online or whatever, many banks now using your voice as your identity, because mine is you got to say my voice is my password. So your voice is now giving you access to technology, and it says valid, and it's valid evidence in a trial as well, just like fingerprints, photographs, hair samples, DNA and stuff. And it could even be, in the future, even more reliable than a fingerprint once the technology catches up with it, as it has done with thumbprint and fingerprint technology. So have a careful think about the sound and tone of your voice. Have you got a deep voice? Have you got a high voice? Is your voice firm and clear, distinguished and important when you're delivering information? Obviously, with your friends and your crew, just freestyle, it doesn't matter then. But depending on where you are, you need to think of how can you adjust your voice to deliver the information you've got to share or questions you've got to ask in the most effective way for your audience listeners. So, hope this one has helped you. You want to get hold of me for any voiceover work or accent reduction classes, you know how to get hold of me. Get me on Leanne at leannesvoice.com, and have a great and amazing day.